C2P, a Polish light-tracked artillery tractor from before World War II. It was developed in the mid-1930s based on the TKS Tanket. The main user was the anti-aircraft subunits of the Polish Army, where the C2P tractors were used for towing 37mm anti-aircraft guns and ammunition trailers. After the September campaign, a certain number of tractors were taken over by the Wehrmacht, where they served almost to the end of World War II. In October 1931, the General Staff of the Polish Army put forward a proposal to develop an artillery tractor project based on the chassis of the TK3 Tanket just adopted into service by the Polish Army. This task was to be carried out by the Armored Weapons Design Bureau of the Military Institute of Engineering Research. The first project was developed in 1932, and the main designer was engineer J. Lapaszewski. His collaborators were engineer A. Schmidtet and technologists Lipko, Obris, and Rohn. The entire project was supervised by Captain Rudolf Gundlach. The first prototype was built in the experimental workshop and handed over for testing on July 1, 1933. The delay in the construction of the prototype was due to the desire to use an improved chassis from the TKS Tanket, instead of the initially considered TK3 chassis. The prototype was designated as Tractor TKS Tiger, later changed to C2T. Originally, it was assumed that the new tractor would be used for towing artillery pieces of field artillery regiments. For example, until now, 12 draft horses and 2 horses for non-commissioned officers were needed to transport the French 75mm gun model 1897. After the motorization of artillery, theoretically, 2 tractors would be sufficient, one for towing the gun and the other for transporting the limber. The first tests showed that the rear of the vehicle was overloaded, so the diameter of the tension wheels was increased. They were equipped with springs, and lowered by converting them into additional running wheels. After the modifications were introduced, further research began on August 29, 1934. The results were unsatisfactory, so additional changes were made. These involved improving the steering mechanism by installing side clutches. This increased the maneuverability during towing the gun. Additionally, the prototype was equipped with a windshield and a folding canvas roof. The modifications were completed on January 20, 1936, and further tests were conducted. In February 1936, a rally took place, during which, in winter conditions, the tractor covered 965 kilometers while towing a 75mm caliber cannon with a total weight of 1,615 kilograms. Further trials were conducted at the turn of June and July, and in September, the towing of a new 40mm WZ 36 anti-aircraft gun was tested. It was most likely a specimen borrowed from Bofors. The tests were successful. It was found that the tractor performs very well on poor dirt roads and off-road.